All right, so example 3 is kind of putting 1 and 2 together. It says, given that tangent of theta is equal to 3 over 2 and cosine is less than 0, find the exact values of sine of theta and secant of theta. Well, let's see. First thing I know here, I need to find what quadrant I'm in. So I know if my x is positive, my y is positive, or, well, r is always positive, right? Or if x or y are negative. So, look at tangent. Tangent is what? Positive or negative there? Positive. It's a positive 3/2. So tangent is positive. What quadrants are we looking at? One and 3. And if you need to. Alright, but it told me cosine is less than 0. This is what we just did, isn't it? Less than 0 means negative. And where's cosine negative at? Yeah, quadrant 2 and 3. So what quadrant are we going to be in here? Where do they overlap? We're in quadrant 3. Now, before we even get going on the rest of it, what do we know about x in quadrant 3? Is it positive or negative? Okay, what about y in quadrant 3? And what about r in quadrant 3? It's always positive. Alright, now to find what numbers they gave me, they told me tangent, let me change colors here. They told me that tangent was 3 over 2. What is tangent in terms of x, y, and r? Y over x. So my y is going to be a 3, but we already said it's negative. And our x is going to be a 2, but we said it's negative. And so we had to know that, what quadrant we're in, because if we didn't, we would have said y was a positive 3 and x was a positive 2, and we'd have missed almost every single one except for cotangent if we were doing all 6, okay? Tangent and cotangent would have been the only 2 would have got correct. But now I need to find r so that I can find sine and secant. How am I going to find r if I know x and y? X squared plus y squared equals r squared. So when we solve for r, we get r is equal to the plus or minus square root of 13. But you already told me r is always positive, so I'm going to use the positive square root of 13 there. Alright, so it told us to find sine of theta and secant of theta. What do we know about sine of theta in terms of x, y, and r? Good. And what is y? Over what is r? So let's get rid of the radical on bottom. And it told us to find secant. Now secant's the reciprocal of cosine, which is x over r, so this must be r over x. R is the square root of 13. What was x? Negative 2. I can't do anything else to it, so there are my 2 answers that it was looking for.